You're now tuned into Psyk's weekly Nerf dosage.
It's good to be back home in Singapore. I'll tell you guys a little bit more once I get past the introduction part, okay? Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome to episode 65 of pwned. And in this episode, I have 3 parts for you. Yes, we are back on track with 3 parts per episode for this particular episode, sorry. So anyway, annotations time. Go ahead, click this annotation over here to check out the new 3D printed pump grips for the Raider and the Rampage. One from Dom Labs, which is an up-and-coming Nerf accessory company, and another one from Blasterparts that was handed over to me by a good friend, Mark, aka wrxloonie. Right, check out this annotation over here, which is the second part for the review on the Blasterparts upgrade kit for the Rampage, which is the, I think they call it the tuning kit, yeah, for hard range. So I actually have an installation and everything, so that's a review. And the last annotation over here is a review of the Blasterparts alien ammo counter. And I know that there are reviews about this online, but well, I was presented a set from Mark himself, so I just thought I'd just quickly give you a quick review and what my thoughts are. So click away. In the meantime, I'd like to apologize to you guys for not actually having an update the entire week. I know I skipped the whole week, and the main reason is because it's not an excuse. This is the truth. I was telling you guys that I was gonna have an event in Indonesia last weekend, which is the second week of February, and Valentine's Day week, and unfortunately my flight got cancelled at the very last minute. It's a really long story, and I won't waste your time by telling it to you guys, but just know that we faced problems at the airport, both going to and coming back home from Jakarta, Indonesia, and well, I came back, or me and my students came back much later than we expected, so we were really bummed out. It was really tiring. So my heart goes out to all of you, or any of you who have experienced flight cancellation at the airport. Now the good thing is that I wasn't stranded there for like a day or two. I know that some people actually have experienced such stuff. So my heart goes out to you guys. It's already such a stressful and such a hectic thing to go through, even though it's for just a few hours, but it's so draining. So I guess because I came back late, and I still had work the next morning, it kind of took a toll on me. I'm not young anymore, so it took a toll on me, and things at work are getting really hectic, really hectic. So I'm just doing my best, making ends meet, and I'm just toughing it out, sticking it out, and I hope that I'll get through this rough period at work. So yeah, nothing to do with personal life, it's just work. So it's commitments and priorities in life, and that is the reason why I wasn't able to get any filming done. Although this week I promised myself I would do something for you guys, so thank you so much for sticking out. Okay, annotations aside, let's get into the first part of the video, which is about the Raider pump grips. So before I actually get into the Raider and Rampage pump grips, the upgrade or the swappable replacement, whatever you want to call it, pump grips, I decided to show you guys what it looks like on 2 Raiders. Actually, this one I'm pretty sure you guys have actually seen it before. It's the prototype version of the Rampage in a Raider shell. They actually featured in one of my previous episodes. I think if I can find the annotation, if I can find the link, I'll put an annotation over here. But this is it, and this is what the first pump grip looks like. This is what the second pump grip looks like. Alright, so now I'm going to give you guys an in-depth, unboxing and a close-up look, so enjoy this part of the video. Here I have a Raider, and we all know that the Raider and the Rampage are of the same external shell. Okay, internals of course is a little bit different, but externally it's about the same. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I've recently gotten hold of a pair of replacement pump grips, and I'll show it to you guys, okay? So first of all, I got one from this company known as Dom Labs, okay, and it's a 3D printed pump replacement to make it look like a shotgun pump for this grip over here, and another one that's from Blasterparts, and it's also for the Raider, and it's also 3D printed. And this I have to thank Mark, aka wrxloonie, for actually providing me with this. He bought this along with a shipment, and he decided he would share with me so that I could do this comparison for you guys. So let's start. We'll get into the Dom Labs one. And Domlabs one comes in a little Ziploc bag, or you know, whatever you call it, and it comes with a set of instructions with this. You know, it's pretty simple. Unscrew the grip, unscrew the 2 screws, make the middle half, you know, so on and so forth, and then enjoy a newly modified blaster. So this is under the externals mod category, and it's a 3D printed grip. As you can see, it, you know, it's got a lot of grooves. Let me see if I can get the focus for you guys. It is focused actually, but yeah, you can see the grooves and everything. And well, standard 3D printing, you know, all these the texture, the fiber lines, you know, the print lines, I should say, yeah, and 2 screws. And you can see the grip and all these, like the grooves and everything that should fit. Put this on the side, and I'll be opening up this one from Blasterparts. Okay, so it comes nicely packaged in a, you know, it's kind of a staple pack, and it's called Flat Ops Dart Blaster Equipment, Blasterparts, wheels and mounts, Strike the Limit, and I believe that all these stuff actually in collaboration with Slydev 3D from Australia. So you have the website and everything here. They don't have instructions because I think that this is going to be pretty straightforward, so I'm going to take this out of the plastic bag, and you can see the complete difference. This is finished very beautifully because this has been, you know, acetone vapor washed, or acetone vapor bath based 3D printed accessory. And comparing side by side, you can see the sheer difference in size. Alright, so if I line up the insides, the internals together, you can see the difference in size. So I don't know, I personally feel that this one from Blasterparts would be a bit more comfortable as compared to the one from Domlabs, but I can't say right now until I actually attach it on and give it a shot. But the finish alone, this looks sweet. As you can see, very nice finish, pretty grippy, and you can see the grooves, and it fits any hand very comfortably. I think it's pretty good. It feels like a bar of soap actually, but should be a comfortable grip. This, on the other hand, because of all the lines and everything, it does feel a little bit smooth. I don't know if I can get a good grip, but yeah, just a close-up comparison for you guys. This one is also connected by 2 screws, and you can see that there's 2 screw ports, and they're all quite deep actually. This one you can actually see some of the screws, the parts of the screw sticking out, and I can actually feel the screw along this groove like that. So this is completely covered. So from the front view, it looks like this. Yep, so I'm gonna quickly just remove that grip on this Raider, and I will be installing it and showing it to you guys and sharing with you my initial reactions, okay? Yeah. Okay, I got my trusty screwdriver, and I'll be removing the screws on this one first, just to, you know, see how this thing fits. I'll be doing comparison for both, okay? So remove the screws on this Domlabs grip. Pretty long screw, as you can see, for a 3D printed piece. Alright. I see there's a nice big nub over here that goes into this side. Let's see if I can get the camera to show you that slot. There we go, you can see the slot now. So it's supposed to fit male and female pieces in, and it's supposed to be a snug fit. Yeah, it's pretty good. So that's how it's supposed to work. Let me show you what the Blasterparts one looks like. I'll be removing the screws. Okay, grab one each and I shall compare. Oh man, kinda hard to hold screw. So they look like they're of the same length, but they are slightly different. The Domlabs one actually has more revolutions on the threads as compared to the one used in the Blasterparts one. But of course, you can see like there's a little bit of black residue here and here. So these being 3D printed parts, they always have little like shavings coming out. So yeah, now I got the 2 screws out. How am I supposed to open this up? Okay, I'm trying to wiggle it. Doesn't seem like it will come apart. It looks like it's glued in. I don't know, there's no other screws to this thing. Trying my best to pry it apart, and I'm having wow, I heard a crack. I don't know if that's supposed to be You know, it's supposed to sound like that, but I'm having some major trouble, guys. Wow, I really cannot split this into half. You know what? I'll get a flathead screwdriver and I'll try and you know, pry it open in between the seams. Alright, catch you in a short while. Right. See if this works. Feels like it's locked tight. Wow. This doesn't bolt so well. This isn't too good. Screwdriver can't even fit into the seam. Ah, there. Got it right through, and wow. Okay, I have no idea why it was so stuck. And it feels like there's some, you guys can see, right? Like this white mark here and here. I think it was glued. It feels like it got glued in place. I don't know. Wow, it's actually kind of rough. Alright, so let's try it again to fit it in and then remove it. Now it doesn't have problems, so earlier on I have no idea why, it just felt like it was glued in. But that was kind of scary. Well, I hope that you guys don't have to experience the same thing that I just went through, because that was really honestly pretty scary. So now that we have, oh sorry, I shouldn't put the screws like that, I should put the screws. Now that we have all these grips on the side, for you guys, in case you don't know, how do you remove the grip from the Raider or the Rampage? You just remove 5 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly how you remove it. Alright, so I'll get down to that. Alright, so we got the grip out, and we shall put the stock grip aside. Alright, now since we opened up the Domlabs 1 first, let's go and install the Domlabs 1. And you can see this nub, and I believe that this nub is meant to go on to your Raider. Wow, is the Raider? Okay. This is the forward position. Please note that there's some space. So I believe that the screw pot should be facing outside, like so. Okay, so we're gonna get the female end. We're gonna fit it here just to see how it looks, and it looks like it's sitting fine. That's how it should sit on one half. Make sure that it aligns with the grooves like that. Alright, then we're gonna get the male half. I don't even know how that's magically actually floating there, but we'll get the male half. Okay, I'm gonna put the Raider down because I can't really do it with one hand. There we go, and align it right. There we are. And close it up and get the 2 screws, screw everything in place. Okay, make sure it's not too tight for fears that I might damage the 3D print material. There we go. First one. This grip is installed. This is what it looks like from the front. Pump it for you guys. Wow, it is honestly pretty comfortable. The only downside is that on the other half of the blaster shell, I'm actually feeling my fingers rub against these details on the shell itself. So, because I can't really get a good grip from the front like that, you see? Unless you want to pump it this way, which doesn't really make sense. I can't really squeeze it down with the, you know, this part of my thumb. You're supposed to grip it like that, right? Grip. So it takes a bit of practice. Make sure your fingers don't go above this, so like that. But that makes it kind of slippery unless you use your thumb and your index finger to put against the front like so, and then we pump it this way. It does get a bit tiring after a little while, and to be fair, this is not my usual pumping hand. This is my pumping hand. You know, your right hand's your best friend, right? Even so, I still feel my fingers actually rubbing against these details, especially here. You see that? I get another 2 over here, so that's what happens, and I feel that over time this is gonna cause me a huge discomfort. But anyways, this is what the Rampage or Raider would look like with this grip. This grip is from Domlabs. my first impression is that it's actually not too bad. It's a nice replacement. Pretty good cosmetics if you look at it from far away. If you look at it up close, then yeah, you'll see the 3D print lines, and it doesn't really match the blaster itself. But if you can understand and accept the fact that this is 3D printed stuff, then well, it wouldn't be too bad, right? Yeah, so yeah, this was the DOMLabs one. Now I'm going to remove this and I'm going to install the Blasterparts one, okay? So now on to the installation of the Blasterparts version of the grip, and well, you can see the same nub over here is supposed to line up again like that nicely on this half of the shell, and you can already see it looks pretty good actually. Okay, to be fair, in an unbiased opinion, this does not look as good as that to me, but well, it's chunkier, so I don't know how it feels, right? I mean, the finish-wise, of course, this looks better as compared to the DOMLabs one. But aesthetics-wise, I don't really know. It's just a personal taste. So this is completely personal. Everyone has their own opinions. So make sure that you have the nub sit across the bar over there, and then you're gonna install the other half and make sure everything lines up. Close it up in place, like so, and install back the screws. Here we go. Alrighty, that's done. So we have this blaster, looks like this right now. On the other half, it's just like that. From the front, big chunky squares, and okay, this definitely wins in the comfort department as compared to the DOMLabs one. Definitely. I'm going to use my left hand so that this would be more familiar for the rest of you guys who are mainly right-handed. Get a good grip. It's easy for me to grip the front too, if that's your style. Wow! Oh, hang on. This is a bit tight up here. It's not as smooth a prime as compared to that. Yeah, I think the material is actually rubbing against the shell a little bit too much. But you know, you could actually file down the insides. You know, this is the part in question. This and this, the two nubs. I think we could just lightly sand them down so that they wouldn't be too tight. Yeah, you can see that I think it's the corners. You can see the corners over there. Get the focus right. Hopefully I get a better, brighter light. Yeah, you can see the focus. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The corners here and here, they are actually rubbing against the shell, and that's something that is causing the friction, the unwanted additional friction. But I'm just gonna snap fire. Stand firing, yeah, it does take a little bit more effort as compared to the original grip in the first place, and as compared to the DOMLabs one. So yeah, oh well. Alright, so impressions time. This definitely a very comfortable grip, very comfortable, and it feels smooth enough so that it provides enough traction. I know it's weird that, you know, how can a smooth thing actually provide more of a grip as compared to this, but you know, this is 3D printed PLA, and this is naturally very smooth already, so I can't really, you know, my hand feels like it's slipping off. But this one over here, this provides a very nice finish and a very good grip. Also the sides itself, the sheer size alone really gives me something better to grip on. My fingers can still touch the details on the radar itself, but because of the sheer size, I can actually hold it a little bit lower and have my fingers rest on the flat part over here instead. So yeah, right, so you see that? No problems whatsoever. It's a pretty good grip. There. So do you guys now have seen the comparison between these two? Alright, that's about it for this segment. Talk to you more when I'm in my room. Bye. Welcome back. So, in full view, this is the Raider pump grip replacement from DOMLabs, and you can see, alright, this is what it is, what it looks like, and this is the one from Blasterparts. That's what it looks like on a Raider or a Rampage, just so you guys can actually have a look and a comparison. one on top of the other. Alright, now down to personal opinions. Once again, after playing with these blasters and firing them a few times with the new grip attached, I do feel that they're both actually quite good upgrades for your current Raider. It's definitely much more comfortable. Personally, I feel like more of like a really shotgun grip this way. It feels more comfortable than holding the old grip like that. Somehow it makes my wrist feel strange. Yep, so I guess it really is down to personal taste. As you can see, right, the way it reflects the light. This one has a really shiny finish, and that is, I think, achieved because of that whole acetone vapor wash or vapor bath finish over here. And this one is a bit more matte. It really looks like a 3D printed, typical 3D printed accessory. Okay, this one is pretty smooth this way, and if you grip it, well, you might slip. For the Blasterparts one, not so much. It provides a lot more grip, surprisingly. Okay, and I guess it all boils down to what you guys deem as what's cooler looking, because they both serve the same function. This one, of course, has more grip area, but not everyone's hands are of the same size. And I've kind of gotten used to using this one, smaller one, so it's not that bad actually. As you can see, it doesn't really, make me feel so uncomfortable as when I initially got it. Right, so now down to prices, right? So this one, okay, it's a bit smaller, and it's not as professionally finished as the Blasterparts one, but Dom Labs does it in such a way that it keeps the price really low. Off the shelf or off their online store, actually, you can click the video description and go check out the link to their web store. But this one costs $14.99 USD. So it's not so bad actually for a 3D printed part. It does feel solid, and it feels like it would last a long time. As compared to Blasterparts, this is 1990 or 1999 pounds, which equates to about 30 odd USD, 30 something. So it's really up to you guys. You pay a bit more for a product like this, or you pay a bit less for a product like this, and they both serve relatively the same function, same purpose. So it really boils down to individual preferences, and I'm just sharing with you guys. In no way am I saying that any of these are better than each other. They both serve the same purpose, and they're nice upgrades to the current Raider or the Rampage grip itself. So yeah, that's about it. Good stuff. I guess the fact that 3D printers are more affordable nowadays just really opens up a whole new world of modding possibilities for all of us in Nerf, and that honestly is just really sick. Right, on to the next part of the video, which is about the Blasterparts upgrade or tuning kit for the Elite Rampage. Here we go. So Mark, aka wrxloonie, actually popped by my place and handed me a whole bunch of stuff from Blasterparts, including this upgrade or replacement grip for the Rampage or Raider. And I actually have all the upgrade parts installed inside this Rampage, and I'm sure that you guys are interested in finding out what exactly it is, so I actually made a separate video. Here we go, check it out. Hey guys, I have in front of us the Dart Blaster tuning parts for the Elite Rampage. Okay, so this is Dart Blaster or Blasterparts. I don't really know which is the company name actually, so I'll just call it Blasterparts, okay, because yeah. So anyway, these were actually passed to me by Mark, aka wrxloonie, and I'll just open up this box, okay, because that's all it contains. An upgrade, what do you call this, the metal rod that actually connects between the bolt slat and the grip itself. So this is an upgrade piece, and by right this should be a lot stronger and able to withstand the upgrade spring power without warping. Okay, so there's nothing else left in this box. I'm going to put it aside. Now let's open up the next package. Oh, please ignore the screws over there. Those are from the Rampage itself, because I have the Rampage half open already. Right, so we have a little pamphlet. I believe that this might just be the instructions manual. However, it's all in German, so I have no idea how to read it. I don't understand it, so I'll just have to put it aside, and I'll just be pouring everything else out. We have a nice sticker, a Blasterparts sticker. I actually have the same one when I ordered the golden hand cannon from them. Put this one aside. This is like a name card or a business card. It's pretty sweet with the contact information and everything. And this is the opening hours. Okay, operational hours. Now this is a spacer, I believe, that is supposed to go to the back, which is this piece over here, I believe, is supposed to go in. As you can see, it's a perfect fit and it's pretty snug. So this, I think the logic behind it is to guide the plunger rod. So the plunger rod will actually sit inside and go in, and this, you know, prevents anything from happening to the spring. So this should lean against the back of the blaster, the end cap part, the end part. Yeah, I think so, without actually breaking anything. So this is an extra support piece. Right, so put it aside. Oh no, I just wanted to mention that this is a 3D printed support piece. So this is 3D printed, and the good thing is that you can see it's kind of smooth, and that's because I believe that they actually put this through the whole acetone vapor washing technique or vapor bathing technique. And also we have a upgrade spring, and let's just try and open it up and see if we can test it out. Spring is finished. No, as you can see, is well cut down and sanded down. Finish is not as fantastic as you know, like the Orange Mod Works springs. Those are fantastic finish, but this is like, this is really strong. It feels like more than it's more than 8 kilograms. So I don't know how much power this is. Wow, it's pretty good. I think this is more than 8 kilograms. So please correct me if I'm wrong, someone. It also comes with an upgrade catch plate, and this one is also 3D printed. I honestly do not know how, you know, a 3D printed catch plate is going to hold up against the stock catch plate. I honestly do not know, but this one has also been put through the acetone vapor bath technique or method of finishing your 3D printed materials. And I have a little small packet that doesn't want to come out, and this contains the upgrade catch spring. Let's put this aside, and there's nothing else left in that box, as you can see. So I'm going to put the box aside. Now, so we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts inside this kit, and we'll be installing it into a Rampage, and we'll see how that goes. So here's the installation part. Let's go. And we'd like to welcome the familiar sight of the internals of a Rampage. Now, for those of you who are not, you know, experienced with the Rampage, then you know, I'm sorry, I won't be going through. Just base it off the fact that you guys are experienced, okay? Just on the assumption, I mean, not the fact. So I'm gonna take this out. Check out the spring. Put that aside. Old catch plate. That aside. Now you can see the end of the plunger rod. I just want to show you guys that this would fit inside. As you can see, it's a guide for the plunger rod, and it's a perfect guide, almost a complete perfect fit, so that the spring would not go inside. Okay, and yeah, there's one part that is flat, which is this, and one part that is beveled out. The beveled one is supposed to be for your in this way, for the rod to go in, so don't install it the wrong way. Okay, so trigger aside. Now we have this rod to actually exchange with the new upgrade one, so I will be removing this whole portion over here and taking this out. You get yourself a screwdriver. Excuse me, and we're going to unscrew this part over here pretty quick. Okay, it comes right out. Then we'll get the old one, which is this piece, and we'll replace it with the new one. So it does look slightly thicker than the original one, and honestly, I do not know what material this is made of, and I don't know how it'll impact the use of the... Oh, okay. It's a lot stronger than this, definitely. So less warping. I don't even know if that will actually bend in such a way that it will make your blaster, you know, unable to function. However, I think with the new upgraded spring power, because of the warping of that metal, it might, you know, affect is the word. It might affect the way it catches. So maybe that's the reason why they have to come up with something a bit more sturdy. So yeah, you just get this piece like that. Make sure the orientation is right, that this piece is sticking up towards you, towards your face, and then this is how you install it over here, like that. This way down. Yeah. Oh wow, it seems like it's a pretty difficult fit. Doesn't seem to want to sit nicely. How are we gonna work this out? Am I gonna just shove it in? It's just... Okay, so it's friction fit. It's a pretty tight fit. Then we'll get this piece back again and we'll install it in place. I have to make sure that I get the orientation right. Alright, so this flat line has to be on top like so, and you'll see a little groove on the inside. They have to match up, so I believe that it should be this way, exactly like that. We're gonna get the original screw, put it in place and screw it back down. Just lock it in place like so. Okay, so now we've installed the new metal rod. This piece can go back inside. So for the benefit of the doubt, this is how you install the back. Make sure that you have your plunger tube facing this way and your bolt set is facing you, not the usual setup like that, but the bolt set this way. This is how it goes in. Okay, this is how it should sit, and we'll just slip it back into place. Make sure that these notches go into the grooves, the respective grooves. Okay, so the orientation is something like that, and it should sit in nicely. You pull this to the front, and then we have that sitting in place. And make sure that you have the trigger piece, which is this one over here, to the front like so. Okay, and then we'll see if this works. Okay, this is in the forward position, that's correct. Yep, and then we'll just prime it back, make sure everything works. Okay, that looks good so far. Fire it, slide it back again. Okay, that's how it should function. Yep, more or less that's how it is. Okay, next up, get your new upgrade catch plate, get your new upgrade catch spring, slip it on like so, and then make sure that this nub is front facing. Okay, the black extra piece, I'll just show it to you this way so I won't have any shadows blocking. See that black extra piece should be the front. Slide it in from the back over here. So gotta lift this guy up a little bit and slide it in. Oops, this catch spring came out. It's no biggie. Okay, it should sit inside like that. Catch spring and install it into place. Simple and straightforward, just like that. Okay, now everything should be nice and snug and fit. This trigger goes back into place. Trigger doesn't seem to want to sit in place. Okay, so there it is. Get this spring. Oh, everything flew out. Damn. Okay, so well, anyway, yeah, so that's a spring over there. Get this upgrade catch spring and sit it in place again. You know, this is always the tricky part, right? Everyone knows installing all these springs are always the tricky things whenever we're into modifying and upgrading our blasters. Alright, hopefully it doesn't fly out. Put this in place. Right, so this is more or less how it should look like. The new spring, the new catch plate, new catch spring, and the new rod. And I'm gonna close up the blaster. Alright, so the last piece of the puzzle is to get this support piece with the beveled edge facing out into the back of your end cap thingy, your Nerf stock attachment piece, and you can see it just slides in very nicely all the way to the end, and it's completely flush here. Try and shine the light so that you guys can actually see. Yep, that's how it's supposed to be. And I'm using, for the lack of actual Rampages, I'm using the the bootleg version of the prototype version of the Rampage. It still says Raider, but it's a Rampage, true Rampage on the inside, on the internals, as you can see. Right, with the new upgrade metal arm, you can see the old one right there, and as you prime it back, wow, it's really tough, and you can see that it is a direct plunger. Alright, wow, that's taking quite a lot of force, and I don't even know how this thing is going to perform. It feels like it's going to put a lot of strain on my priming hand, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so after this you can install whatever grip you have in mind. So I'm be using the Dart Blaster grip. Alright, that's about it. Yeah, I know it's a little bit dark and I'm just doing my best to get everything in focus while maintaining the brightness. Let's see how it goes. But this is the Dart Blaster grip, okay, for the Rampage or Raider. So I'll just see if this actually fits their own kit, because it doesn't make sense, right? It would not make sense if you create something that cannot fit your own kit, and right now it doesn't seem to be sitting very nicely. As you can see, it's kind of twisted a little bit, so we'll just have to see how that goes. I will just try and force fit this thing. Oh, voila, it works. So I'm going to install the screws here. Sure the screws are in nice and tight. Having some difficulty on this one. Okay, should be about it. So now I have a fully Blasterparts pimped out Nerf Elite Rampage. It's a limited edition Rampage. I should say a very rare version of a Rampage, in fact. Yeah, with the grip, an upgraded metal bar thingy, the connector bar, support piece, upgrade catch plate, upgrade catch spring, and an upgrade power spring, main power spring. So let's see if this thing primes and if it works. Whoa, okay, that definitely takes quite a lot of strength to pull off. As you can see, standby is still working. It doesn't really happen over here. And mind you, air restrictors are still in place, but because of this particular application and the sheer power of it, I'm going to just quickly grab a clip. Alright, got my clip, and I'll be installing it into this blaster over here. Closing it up. Sounds like a very nice click. Okay, and we'll be just squeezing the trigger in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Whoa! This thing packs a huge punch. That's crazy. And that's even with the air restrictors intact. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an official firing demo after this. I have to, okay? But I'm gonna try the slam fire on camera once. Just once. Not towards my camera though. Okay, so I'm gonna hold the trigger down. I'm going to pump it forward and see if it fires, okay? Here we go. Yes, it still works. It's a very, very satisfying sound. So yeah, this looks to me like this is going to be a really great upgrade kit for your Rampage. Alright, catch you in the main part of the video. Bye! Now you guys already know what is inside of this Rampage, okay? I will be giving you guys a firing demonstration. Mind you, one thing I'd like to point out is that I did not remove the air restrictors on this thing. And the back piece over here is known as a guiding shell. And I think it works wonders because, you know, yeah, the plunger rod might shift up and down at the back, but this, with that guiding shell, it always stays right, straight, very centered. So I have here with me a 12 dart clip, okay, and because this thing, except for the upgrade parts, everything else is stock, so that means that all the locks are in place, the air restrictors in place, you know, so it should function like it would out of the box. And I'll be honest with you guys, I read on the Blasterparts website that the upgrade spring is actually about 8 kilograms, but honestly though, it feels stronger than 8 kilograms, and I have to actually use quite a bit of effort to actually just prime this thing, so that's pretty amazing to me. Alright, so I'll be giving you guys a firing demonstration so you guys can see the velocity, and it is really sick. So since there are 12 darts inside here, I'll be firing off single shots for the first 6 darts, and I'll be slam firing for the following 6. So here we go. First one. There. Oh, I didn't find the one right. Okay, I think I created a jam because of that, so let me just go investigate this. And make sure I really, there we go, really pull the blaster back and drop the dart. Came out of the clip, so I'll just put it back in. There we go. Chamber this one and fire. How many darts is that? 3? Yeah, it's 3. So you really have to put in some effort. 1, 2, 3, and then another 6. Yep, that's right. So I'll be firing another 3 single shots. Here we go. So as you can see, I really have to put in some effort. Now it's slam fire time. Here we go. 6 darts. I'm going to stand up for this one because it's going to feel a bit strange if I do it sitting down. Actually, not really. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. Slam fire time. All 6 out. And the problem with this is because I did not remove the locks. So, you know how slam fire is. you cannot just ease the spring this way. So I have to do it the traditional way, which is load a dart on the inside chamber and then close it up and fire it. And this thing is really packing a punch. To be honest with you, it caused a welt on my arm when I fired on myself earlier on today using just an Elite Streamline, and that is kind of scary. You know what? I'll just show it to you guys, okay? One more time for you. Here we go. This is proof. Just a standard Elite dart. Alright, I'm going to load this dart into the chamber over here. And the air restrictors are in place, okay? Close it up, and I'll be firing point blank in this rough area of my arm, okay? So, and then we'll just wait and we'll see how it turns red. Yeah, so in the meantime, I'll just talk about this thing. I really think it's a really good upgrade kit. However, it does make the Raider, you know, a little bit more difficult to handle. It takes more effort to prime, and you have to make sure you prime all the way back. That one takes a bit more energy as compared to, say, for example, using a 5 kg spring. But I like especially the fact that, you know, they give you the replacement metal bar. I thought that was really good. The guiding shell is really good, and I like this grip. In fact, I actually also like Dormlab's grip, to be fair. So I really feel that this kind of improves the Raider or the Rampage and makes it more, you know, something like the Elite Alpha Trooper. For all you right-handers over there as in there watching my video, well, the clip is in your way. So I don't know. For those of you who have some love for the Raider or the Rampage, you might consider getting this kit because it is pretty dope. And it's just me being skeptical, but I don't really understand, or I don't really believe that a 3D printed catch plate is gonna be stronger than the stock catch plate. It's just me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, but anyway, yeah, that's what the kit is about, and I really think that it's a pretty good kit, you know. For those of you who already know about the Orange Modworks upgrade kit, you can click this annotation. I'll put it here. In my previous video, I actually reviewed the Orange Modworks final stage for the Rampage, you know, the upgrade kit. And you know, final stage means that there's a very high chance that they won't be making any more kits for the Rampage. So anyway, now you have another option, which is via blasterparts.de, and you can try that one out if you guys want to. It's a pretty complete kit, feels pretty complete, but to me, I still prefer Orange Modworks because, you know, it has metal parts and it's coming out really soon. But you know, metal parts always beats 3D printed stuff. It's just a personal opinion. But this kit really packs a punch, as you can see. My arm is still a bit red. Yeah, I guess performance, you know, and actions speak much louder than words, right? It's all about opinions, alright? So, yeah, on to the next part of the video, which is the last part. Let's go! Bam! This is my semi-modified long shot, but I have attached on it the Blasterparts Alien Ammo Counter. And I know that most people actually on YouTube, actually have their review kits or their review setup. You know what? I'm just blabbering. Let me just rephrase all of that again. Most people on YouTube who have reviewed this particular kit have it set up on a Rapid Strike. But for me, I don't have much love for the Rapid Strike. So I decided I'd hook it up onto a long shot or any other blaster, you know, that has the muzzle attachment. So I just decided, no, I'll just get my long shot anyway. So this is what it looks like on a long shot. And like what most people say, yes, this thing, well, it's really classy. It's really, really well made. Although it is 3D printed, you know, and it's just same thing. It's all acetone vapor washed. So I'll just show you guys a close-up because not many people actually show you a close-up. But here we go. Here's a close-up. Let me get the focus right. There we go. So you can still see that, you know, some of the 3D printed finishings here and there. And yeah, it's not as fantastic as it really seems to be. It is an expensive piece of kit, and it's the same thing for the ammo counter part, as you can see here. Yeah, so I'm gonna focus back and I'm gonna sit my ass back down on the chair and talk to you guys from there. Okay, so to be honest, this thing looks like it has 3 layers in it. One is a clear blue area, on the inside where the ridges are over here and this part over here. There's an orange layer, you know, so yeah, orange muzzle tips is always good, and a black outer layer. And then we have this little wire thingy, the wire hose or the wire trunking or whatever you want to call it. It goes all the way up here to the ammo counter unit and the LED display unit. And this is the horizontal mount version of the horizontal mounted version of the clamp, or whatever you want to call it. So this is how it looks like when you mount it horizontally. And the cool thing is that you can actually install it the other side. So there's two screw ports, one for right-handers and one for left-handers. So left-handers meaning I hold it this way so that the LEDs you know, are being able to, will be showing in my face, as opposed to this side where I have to always look over, which doesn't make sense. But if you guys are righties, just flip it over. Now the downside to having it horizontally mounted is that you don't have a clip to kind of hook it or the wire into place, as opposed to the side mounted one. And let me just get that side mounted clip over here. So the side mounted one is here, so you kind of attach it over here with this slot, and then you have a little hook over here so it kind of holds the wire in place. So that's the up and down side. So yeah, operation wise, this thing is the same. I mean, everyone's gone through it, so I'll just quickly run through it with you guys. You flip the switch and it goes to 18, and it comes preset with 3 settings for your different clip sizes. So you hit, there's a top button that says SEL, which is select, or the selector button, and a lower button that says RES, which is a reset button. So you hit the top button over here, it changes. Oh wait, let me just get it again. There we go, to 35 drum, and it should be 6 right there. So 6 dart clip, 18 dart clip, and a 35 dart clip. And as you fire, okay, as you guys already know, this thing goes by a light barrier detector. So anything that passes through this area over here, it'll, I think it's this area over here, it'll create a muzzle flash with white LEDs, and it also count down 1 on the time on the counter itself. So when you're out of ammo, just press the reset button and this thing resets. So let me just give you guys a quick firing demonstration first, okay? So I have here a 6 dart clip completely loaded up, alright, and I'll just fire off. I guess I will have to do it next to the camera so you guys can see the number, okay? So the first 6, and then, oh wait, let me just grab this other 6 dart clip, and I'm gonna simulate a reloading action. So as you can see, this thing is now in sleep mode, because once it's not reading anything, it'll just go into sleep to kind of try and conserve battery. So wait, some things are in the way right now, just shift some stuff out of the way. Alright, so here we go. I don't know how is best to actually do this. You know, I'll just prime it first, okay, and then I'll be firing there in that general direction, okay. So you guys try and look at that ammo counter. Here we go. So as you see, as I fire it out, now it goes down to 5. Now keep going. 4, 3, 2, and last one. So now it says 1, right? You go 0. So when you're reloading, you basically want to just change the clip out, get a new clip, load it in, and before you fire, you're supposed to press the reset button. I'm going to hit it again, and it resets back to the 6, which is the setting that you had earlier on. Now let me just show you something interesting, okay? I'm going to fire all 6 off first. Now all 6 are out. Now, in a situation like this, get myself a new clip. I'll just load in a couple more darts, because no one really shows you this online, right? I'll put just 3 darts inside here, and I'll load up again. Now, with the ammo counter at the 0 mark, what happens when you fire another dart through? This is what happens. Here we go. It goes up to 99, and then it starts counting down from there. So you can see 97. So now you gotta basically hit the reset button, and then it goes back to 6. Alright. So that is one of the downsides of this particular system. And if you notice, as I cycled through, there was only 6, 18, and 35. And if you realize, we actually have more than that I mean, more than just these 3 different capacity worth of clips, capacity sizes of clips. Yeah, we also have a 12 dart clip, a 25 dart drum, you know. So how do you actually go ahead and change that, program this? Say for example, I don't want the 35 drum. You press and hold these 2 buttons together for about 3 seconds and it should flash about 3 times, like so. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll let go. And now each of these buttons actually changes the figures over here. So the top button over here. Oh wait, that's strange. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the lower button over here changes the single digit figure, and the higher button changes this, the 10 digit figure. So let's say for example I'm gonna program it for a 12 dart clip. So this is 12. So when you're done, you just press and hold these 2 again and it should reset like that. Oh wait, is that a timeout? Yo, that was a timeout. That's really strange. Okay, let's try it again. Alright. Oh wait, that just jumped. Hey, you gotta stop jumping, man. That's it. That's what should happen whenever you're done successfully programming it. So it should cycle between 18, 12 and 6 darts, as you can see. So this is a successful reprogramming of the ammo counter on the inside. Alright, to be honest, this thing is actually a pretty cool kit, but it's definitely not worth the money, to me, in my opinion. I'm sorry, Dart Blaster, but yeah, I mean, I can understand why it's going to be so costly and why it is so costly. It's because of the sheer workmanship they actually put into this thing. Now, from what I've read and what I've heard, this is actually mimicking the actual ammo counter on the laser turrets or whatever turrets it is featured in the movie Aliens itself, and that is why it's called the B.A.A.C, the Blasterparts Alien Ammo Counter. And it's a nice muzzle flash over here. However, it is kind of snug on you know, on the muzzle. I'm just gonna try and remove it, and I hope that I won't destroy anything. But there we go, out, and I gotta kind of slowly wiggle it out. See if I can do it nicely on the camera over here. So there we go. Out it comes, just like that. Okay, so it has a nice spring-loaded little nub over here that fits into all your other end strike attachments, and I will be using my finger to simulate the dart passing through. Okay, so that you guys can actually see the muzzle flash. I'm going to turn this on again, and it says 18 over here, and I will be, as I do this, alright, so just finger going through. See that flash? Okay, wait, that's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So this thing should be 14. I was right, 4 down. Okay, so every time you do that, you'll see a little flash of light. You can see it underneath too. It's even more clear on top. That's how it is. Yeah, I know you guys kind of like this action. Wow, can you imagine that? If every single time you did that, there was a flash of light. So anyway, this is the Blasterparts Alien Ammo Counter. I thought I'd share this with you guys, you know, and how it looked like on a blaster other than a rapid strike. This thing is really costly, but it is cool. So it's a really cool kit to have, to be honest. But also at the same time, you know, to be very honest, I don't think I would spend a lot of money on this. Now, there are a lot of great reviews on this thing. I hope that you guys actually go Google it. If not, there are installation and reviews videos on the main sales page itself, so you can all just check out the video description for the link to the actual sales page, and I'll just put it there for you guys if you guys are interested in going ahead to go buy this thing. Yeah. All right. Now with all of that said, we are done with this episode of pwned. Thank you so much for sticking throughout and watching the video. I hope that you like it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, do consider subscribing. I have something very interesting to show you guys the next episode. I'm really happy about it. like this to me personally is like a dream come true, and I don't actually have it with me right now, but it is going to be in my hands in the next couple of days, so it'll be in time for the next episode of pwned, and I really cannot wait to share it with you guys, and I will not even drop a single hint to you guys of what it is. Just know that it is a product and it's not a mod. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else I would like to say because I've rambled on enough for this particular episode, and I hope that it's not too long, because you know I have to add all the extra video parts and everything inside, so yeah. Hopefully I can compensate for the lack of updates for the past week. Yes, I am safe. I am actually feeling well. It's just that I'm tired here, and here's full of work and everything. But I hope that you guys have a great week ahead. Thanks for watching again. Stay cool. And I don't know how I'm going to end this video. This seems a little bit awkward, so I'll just leave it at this. Take care, you guys, and I'll see you at the next episode. Peace.